I'm hoping that I have gone live and everything looks well. Figuring out technology and how this all work is it's kind of difficult sometimes. So I'm just trying to sit here and look and hope like that I am live and everything is good. And hopefully we'll have some people hop on this afternoon. So today we are going to do, I don't know if you want to call it a show or what you want to call it, but today I plan on delivering specific messages to people. And so I'd like to bring someone on camera. I have to figure out how to do all that, but I'd like to bring someone on camera so that we can do messages. If you have a question, we can ask questions. But I just want to be able to get some information out there. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I just want to be able to get some information out and start to share this wonderful ability that I have because I love helping people. Hi, Chris. Hi, Celine. How are you all doing? So is anyone willing to hop on the camera with me and ask a question so that I can give you a wonderful message of whatever it is? I have some tarot cards here with me that I'm just shuffling. If you don't want to go on camera, you can message me and say, hey, I want a message, but I would really prefer for somebody to hop onto the camera with me. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Hi, Maria. So we have wonderful opportunities happening right now. So I would love for somebody who would like to come on. Hi, Jan. How are you? To see if anybody has a question, if you want to come on so that I can answer your question. We got cards jumping out left and right here. This is cracking me up. Hi, Amanda. Chris, I'm not great with technology either. I mean, I do technology for a living. So let me clarify that. I'm really good at what I do at work, but doing all of this at home is really kind of hard. So I have a link and I'm hoping this is probably easy enough that I can drop the link in. I don't know if I can invite someone. Not real sure how this goes. Oh, this is most interesting. This is going to be fun, right? Trying to figure all this out. So I am willing to do readings for people, for anybody who wants to come on and ask a question. And I'm saying that trying to do this, like bringing someone on screen, is a little difficult. So hi, Kathleen. Hi, Victoria. So let me see. Debbie, I don't know if I can. Oh, so I can, oh, look at that. I can show them. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. If you have a question, you can pop it into the chat. And what I'll do is I'll show it. So instead of bringing people on, because I like Jan, like I have dogs too, right? They're all outside, but I mean downstairs, but so yeah, if you have a question, you can pop it into the chat and then I will put it up here on the screen so that everybody sees it. And then I'll just pull some cards and lean into whatever the message is. It's interesting, I guess, because I do the daily card reading. Everybody thinks I'm just doing the daily card reading, but this is one time I'm actually willing to do messages for anybody. So if you want to, hear about personal healing. So do you want me to, can you explain that to me? I'm not sure what that means. Meaning, do you want me to tell you how it works? Do you want me to tell you what's good for you? Because I'm not real sure about how that works. So anybody who would like to have a message, Jan would love a message. Jan, do you have anything specific that you want to message? Hi, Juliana. So I'm doing something different today. I'm actually doing individual messages. I'm not really, I mean, I can pull cards. Um, so if you have a question, something that you want to ask Spirit, just pop it into the chat and I'll put the question up in the video so that I can see it. So Chris, all right, so here we go. So Chris Tay says their dad passed away over 3 years ago, keeps giving me messages to help me heal, and they would love to hear from him. So, Chris, let me tune in. This is exciting to do this. The first impression that I'm getting is of this gentleman who he doesn't feel like he has a small body. I want to say, I want to say the word bear is coming to me, but I don't think it's like big as in big like a bear, but like bear hugs as in this person I felt so comfortable being in their presence. And it is it's one of those things where it's that connection, that really good, loving connection between a parent and a child. And it's someone who would love to hug and to hold you and just love to spend time with you. And he's coming in and talking about talking about feeling lost, right? It's like they were the I'm hearing the word compass. So it's like they were the compass that helped to keep you in direction. And he's talking to me about feeling a little lost since he's passed away. So please let me know if you resonate with this in the chat by just saying, yes, I do, or no, I don't. And he's saying that it's that I hear focus on what you really want to do. Because he says, I know that my voice isn't there for you to hear, but he's saying that I am there, which is why you're seeing the messages and you're feeling him around you. And he's telling me that you're feeling, he's talking about tapping you on the shoulder. So I hope you understand that. He's talking about tapping you on the shoulder to let you know that he's there, and just ways that he can find to tell you how much he loves you. And that, and it's interesting. So now I almost feel like I'm a pirate, right? With one of these really old telescope things so that I can look through it, so I can go through this vision and figure out where I want to go. And he says that as long as you pull everything into focus, and that's what he's talking about, like pulling it into focus, because he says that everything's been kind of blurry. And like I want to take my glasses off and like wipe my eyes so that I can see better. So I hope you understand that. But he's just saying that he wants you to focus, to find your focus. He says that you're totally capable of your dream. And he says that as long as you don't view it as a dream and you say, this can happen, this will happen, that he's going to find a way to move heaven and earth to make it happen. So blessings to you. I hope that you resonate with that. Mwah! Hugs and kisses to you. So let me scroll back up and we'll take Chris's off. Okay, so Debbie's question is, what messages are you getting concerning my personal good health and healing? So it's interesting. This is more, I don't feel like this is a crossover soul so much, although I am going to say that your mom is here. And your mom is talking about letting go of more control, because I have a guide that's also standing next to your mom, and this guide is talking to me and showing me I don't know how to explain this. So it's like I see energy with arrows moving around you like this, and then they're pointing to the inside. So that's going to be a symbol for me for talking about letting go of the control, because what we control on the inside, we also try to control on the outside. So that would make sense for why mom is stepping through to say, let go of the control. but your guides are talking about the Hermetic principle, as above, so below, as within, so without. So they're talking to me about if you're holding things very close to the vest and you're not letting go of information, because you don't want to lean on somebody, you don't want to ask for help, that she's saying that when that happens, other people are going to be hesitant to ask you for help because you don't ask for it. So they're just talking about this as within, as without kind of thing. And they're saying that this as within, holding on to things, has to do with an energetic healing that needs to happen. Because it's like I can feel sometimes like walls are closing in on me, because it's like my own energy kind of reflecting back at me, where if I let go to relax that, then I can just chill out and be okay. So blessings to you. Mwah. I hope that you resonate with that. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Hang on a minute. So I know that there are other people who have popped in, but I'm pretty sure I know who this goes to. So let me see if I can find her comment. All right, Steph. So Stephanie, please tell me. I'm sitting here and I see a man who's sitting in a chair, kind of a big guy. He's talking to me about a very sedentary life, and he's talking to me about his feet being kind of puffy and not the right color. I'm hearing like a bluish kind of color, like not the right color. And he's playing music for me. Like literally, I feel like I'm picking up a guitar and I'm starting to play music. Like I'm not a musician, but I feel like I need to like pick something up and start strumming it. And I don't even know if your dad was a musician, but I literally feel like there's this whole guitar thing. And he's talking to me about serenading you with love and talking to you. And he says that he just wants you to open your ears. He's got a sense of humor, this one. He's talking to me about you taking the cotton out of your ears so that he can hear, so that you can hear him, because he's talking to you from the other side. So he's saying, oh, musician with blue shade shoes. I love it. So, but he's talking about taking the cotton out of your ears so that you can hear him, because he says, I'm telling you all the time how much I love you. And yes, sir, I will, but I will message her that privately. I'm not putting that on the video because I know Stephanie, like personally, I know Stephanie. So Stephanie, there's another message from your dad that I'll private message you. Please text me and remind me, hey, Shell, don't forget what my dad said, because I will forget. This is what happens to me. And so he just wants you to know how much he loves you. And he says that, he wants you to understand that he says he wants you to understand that he would have never made it through the entire pandemic anyway, because sitting at home, he said it was one thing if I sat at home by myself, but I feel like there's this really stubborn personality where it's, well, I'm going to go out just because I can. And so he says that for him, he wants you to know that for his soul contract and the way things were, that he passed away at the right time for him. And he understands that that's been really difficult for everybody, but he just wants you all to know how much that he loves you and he's with you. And he says to tell your mom that she doesn't sleep alone at night. So blessings to you. Mwah, I love you. I'm pretty sure that was him. So as soon as I saw him, I went, oh, I think that's Steph's dad. Oh, so blessings to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, I love you. All right, so let me go back up through here. Who else do we have? Okay, Amanda Hammonds. What do we have here? I'm trying to get guidance towards finding my purpose. So many things excite the hell out of me, but I'm having trouble picking one to focus on. I totally understand that, because there are so many really cool things that are out, so many cool things that that we can do energetically. And so here's what I want to tell you. And I know this is going to sound weird. I always say this, right? I know this is going to sound weird because this is what Spirit's talking to me about. I am, as I'm sitting here with the tarot deck in front of me, they're talking to me about tarot. They're talking to me about writing. Like I want to pick up a pen and get a journal and start writing. I don't know why I brought up tarot because this went in a completely different way, but I'll leave that piece with you. And I'm going to tell you what they're talking to me about right now. So this is a spirit guide. I would love to say this is grandpa. So grandpa's coming through with this message for you. He says, this is an old time thing that people tend to forget about. We need to write things out. So he's showing me a journal and I feel like he has a scratchy beard face. Not that I had a beard, but that shaving as I got older became too difficult. So this could either be a great grandpa or a grandpa, but it's definitely the grandpa thing. But he's talking to me about this forgotten piece of actually writing. So he's talking about getting a physical journey, and I've got my eyes closed because I can see what he's doing. So he's got this journal and I have it open and I'm starting to write things down. And he says that he wants you to write down during the day what you got excited about that day. And then he says 60, he's giving me the number 60. So after 60 days, he wants you to go back and look at this journal and literally do a tick count, right? For the things that you brought up in the journal. What did you write about the most? What excited you the most in that 60 days? And that's what you can go back and pull it all together and then pick that thing to start learning about and let that lead you down a path of wherever it's going to go. And he says that you're absolutely amazing and you're brilliant and you can do anything. So blessings to you. I hope that you resonate with that. Okay, so who do we have next? Hi, Heather. I'm happy to be on here. I love doing this stuff. Let's see. I'm just scrolling to see who else. Okay, so here we go. Meredith. So Meredith, as soon as I pull your message up, is there anything specific that you have a question on? And I ask this because I literally feel like I'm looking at the side of an ambulance for some reason. Because I have that big, I want to draw it, right? I want to draw it out where I have this big red, the red cross, looks like a plus sign. It's an equal armed cross actually that goes on the side of an ambulance. And that's what they're showing me. So I am hoping that you understand what a piece of this is, because that's what I see as the side of this ambulance, this plus size thing. And they're showing me I can't even remember what this is. The medical thing where you have the snakes that go up and around. So I'm going to say that you're in the health field. And if you're not in the health field, that's all the stuff that I'm getting brought up, is all of this healthcare stuff. So Meredith, I see that you said job. Is that what your job is? Because this is what they keep bringing up. And it's about just being able to continually help people. They're talking about you being very helpful and about just taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. And they said that it's really super important that you stay healthy. Maybe that's why the medical stuff is coming through. I don't know. But they're talking about you making sure that you stay as healthy as possible. And I don't know if it's because you're around people where you could get sick or not get sick. So Meredith's like, no. Well, I don't know why all this stuff is coming up. The ambulance, the thing, I can't remember what it's called, but that's what I'm seeing. So if you don't resonate with those, write them down, think about them. Maybe they'll come up at some point. And again, it keeps like I hear health technology, which I don't even know what that would be. So blessings to you. I hope that some piece of that at some point will become clear. I apologize if you don't understand it, but hopefully it will later. No, not a bad thing. Like, so it's not, it's not a you're going to get sick kind of thing. It's just take care of yourself. So I probably didn't spill that out correctly. It's not like there's any health issues going on. It's just take care of yourself because of everything that's going on, right? Just make sure that you stay healthy. That's all they're talking about, right? Which is what everybody wants to do. You want to make sure that you take care of your own health and do your own things. And so they just want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That's all that is. So I apologize if I scared you. I did not mean to do that. Blessings to you. Okay. Jan Dukes. She doesn't have anything specific. Struggling to move forward with healing, mediumship, business, center. Any guidance would be appreciated. Also, my mom passed in December. Okay. So, Jan, I want to talk about, I definitely have an older lady here, and she's standing on my right, which would be your left. So that would be mom's side for me. And she's talking to me about not being able to move very well. I actually see her sitting in a wheelchair, which to me lets me know that they're non-ambulatory. And she's talking about all of the, I don't know, how do I explain this? I don't want to call it work, but it was because it wasn't, it's not like you got paid for it, but she's talking about all of the energy that you focused to help her towards the end. Because she says that you took care of her, and she just wants to tell you how much she loves you and she appreciates you being there to be with her. And she's talking about finding some balance in your world right now, because she says that things have been really out of balance for you for a long time. She says that you've spent most of your life taking care of other people and not taking care of yourself, meaning not focusing on what you want, not focusing on what works best for you, because you've been so much out there doing for other people. And she says that one of the reasons right now that nothing is changing and moving, because she says that you kind of feel like you're in limbo, right? Where everything is just kind of status quo. She says that this is a time for you to be able to be kind of, I say the word chill. She says for you to sit back and relax and just enjoy the quiet, because she says that quiet isn't something that you've had a whole lot of. So I don't know if you resonate with that, but she's talking about how much she loves you and she appreciates you, and she just wants you to know that now is the time for you to start writing down and manifesting all of the dreams that you have. And she said it would be really good for you to find somebody to co-collaborate with and work together. So I don't know how you resonate with that, but blessings to you. Thank you very much. I'm just scrolling through to see what's next. All right, Miss Heather. I'd love a message about what I should be focusing on as a business, and or if my mom has a message for me. Oh, I love you too, Heather. Oh, Jan, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm watching the comments in two different things, one in the feed and one on my phone, because the one in my feed I'm going through to show them. So I'm trying to watch both of them. So blessings to you. Okay, so Heather, let's focus. So they're talking to me about schooling, whatever it is that you're going to do. They're talking to me about schooling and learning more. Because I literally feel like I am getting up in the morning and I am going into the kitchen and I am grabbing some food and packing some stuff for my lunch, and I feel like I'm putting it into a backpack. And that I feel, and I don't think this is the case, but I want to say that if this was you, I feel like there's something to do with college, because they're talking to that. I really feel like as I'm putting this backpack on, I feel like, oh my God, I'm so foolish because I'm so old to be going to college, which is not true. I mean, you can go to college at any age. But they're saying that that's how you might feel going back to college, but they said it's totally worth it. There's so they're showing me paths of like oh, I don't know how to explain this, like drug counseling or just helping people, because that's where you do best. You do best when you put your energy out there and you make it so that you're helping other people, because that's what they want you to do. They want you, not they, by they being your spirit guides, they are saying that you're totally meant to be out there helping other people. You're just trying to figure out what it is. So whatever this is you going back to school. And so they said that you'll do great. So blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. All right, let me scroll. All right, Miss Tree, my love, I would like a message related to the physical healing journey I am on and the challenges I am facing. If there is a message for me about this. All right, let me sit down into this. And I feel like this is part of the message, right? Like I'm sitting down into it. So I feel like I'm sitting down with a bunch of papers and stuff in front of me, because I've just been given a lot of information, and it's how am I going to not use this information, but how am I going to absorb this information in, and how am I going to work with this information? And I hear the saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And that's the thing. They're talking about not becoming so overwhelmed with what needs to happen. They just said they're talking about focusing on one thing at a time. So your mom has stepped in. And your mom, it's interesting, she steps in like right in the middle of my screen, and she's this like very bearing down kind of presence. This hello, I'm right here and you have to pay attention to me because everybody pays attention to me. Like literally just like stepping right in front of me. And she's saying that the inner healing, the inner integration that you're working on right now as well is going to help with the rest of it, because she says I'm going to use words that she understands, not words that I would have ever used, but she says that in the way that you would understand it, the inner integration that you're working on, because she's talking about the whole idea of dis-ease. And it's funny because she rolls her eyes and she goes, I would have never believed any of this stuff when I was on the earth. She said, but when you're presented with so much of this, on the other side, she says you can't deny it, right? So she's talking about this beautiful inner healing journey that you're doing is what has either brought to light or is helping you to recognize some of the physical things. So she's talking about just continuing on that inner integration, and and just to focus on one little thing that you can at a time. And she says that she's proud of you. She's just super proud of you. And she says that she has complete faith in you. And she says to just let go of any outside influences that do not help you on your journey. So blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. I love you. Okay. Juliana, I can do a couple more here. Juliana, I'd love a message, please, in regards to achieving my goals regarding my career success, becoming a better soul. Any message involving this for my highest good. I love that you put it in there for my highest good. Let me take a drink of tea. And as I'm taking a drink of tea, I'm hearing, oh, that's part of the message. So let's talk about that. Spirit's really bringing my attention to my throat chakra, like really bringing my attention to my throat chakra, Juliana. And they're talking about you finally being in this place where you're finding your voice, because the way that I hear it as this very soft tone. And it's as if I'm singing to myself, very calm, just singing words to myself. And then I realize that, oh, I don't sound so bad. And then I start to put it out there even more, right? And I get a little bit louder. And when I realize that nobody else is going to balk at what I'm saying, then I'm going to get a little bit louder, right? And when I get to that third level, that's when people start to go, oh, she can talk. Oh, she has opinions. And you're like, yeah, I've got opinions. I have lots of them. I've just never told you. And so Spirit says they just want to caution you to be careful sometimes about how the message can come out, because it's like, you're finally letting these floodgates. It's like literally, it's like you went open, open to say all the things. And so they just said that you're doing a really good job of putting it out there, and that you're just that you are, oh, that's so pretty. They're showing me a butterfly. So it's like you're coming into your own, right? You're no longer the caterpillar that you thought you were, which you really were not. But they're talking about you just blossoming and turning into this beautiful butterfly, because you're coming into your own and you're doing this beautiful path forward. And so they're just telling you, don't stop, don't give up, because it's coming, right? And that you're now going to start to hear from other people because you have a voice. You may hear other people say, I don't necessarily agree with what you say. And you can look back at them and say, I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm just asking you to hear me, because you've never been able to do that before. So blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. Hi, Tosh. Okay, Becca. Here we go, Becca. Becca would love a message if she feels called to. Well, it's interesting because I see something very clearly, and then I look down and I see Becca say, you find your roar. So clearly she's talking to Juliana. So it's interesting, Becca. I see a wolf. Like wolf is your this wolf is yours, like yours. And it's a male wolf, and he's showing complete and utter possession by you. And he's talking about being with you so that you are completely protected. He sits with you he tells me that he is on your right, because he's like your right hand man, if that makes sense to you. But he's talking about being there with you and loving and protecting you. And he's showing me, like, I feel like I'm sleeping in a car, and he's talking to me about being with you. Oh, I love that, Becca. That makes me so happy to hear that. He's talking about being with you. I don't know why he's showing me sleeping in a car, but he's talking to me about being with you through all of it. And he says that you are doing such amazing work. He's talking to me about the oh, I don't want this, I want this, right? So I have this thing, and I feel like I'm wood burning, and I literally drew him, because you can see him so clearly. He's talking about the wood burning that you did for him, and the one that you use. And he's just telling you how much he loves you, and he is so glad to have this relationship with you and he says be in business with you. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but he's talking about Oh, I love it. So that's that's what I'm doing right here. So he's just talking about this plate that you're burning for it, and he just wants you to he just wants to tell you how much he loves you, and that this being in business together, the two of you, is going to provide very fruitful. So blessings to you. I love you. Yay! Oh, I love that, Becca. I love that you did that when you were getting sober. Whoop, whoop. You go, girl. I am so proud of you. So blessings to you. I just love you to pieces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I still have a few more minutes. I'm going to stop in about 10 minutes, so I can probably do a couple more. Okay. Barbara Warner. Barbara, can you just post and let me know that you're still there? I don't want to start going off onto this whole message if you're not there. Um, so I'm hoping to see Barbara post. Barbara, are you still there? Awesome. Barbara is still there. Okay. All right. So, Barbara, let me focus on your energy. So, Barbara, it's interesting. There's a young male who's passed away who's connected to you, and he's talking about letting you know that he is safe and happy, and he wants you to know that he is perfectly fine. Um, And it's interesting as I do this, like I can hear my heartbeat in my ears, I can feel my heart in my chest. Um, so I don't know if there were any heart issues connected to him, but like I really am very aware of my heartbeat. I'm very aware of my chest and everything in my ears. Um, and he just keep this he keeps repeating over and over, I'm okay. And he's telling me that he has a lot of work to do on himself on the other side, and then he waves and literally turns around and walks off screen. So I don't know if you recognize him or not. He was young. I want to talk about him being, I want to say 30s maybe, but I mean I'm not really good with that. um so but he just wants you to know that he's healthy, he's fine, not healthy, but he's on the other side, he's happy, he's doing very well on the other side. He just has a lot of work that he has to do on himself over there. But he wants you to know that he is okay. So blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. Tracy Pletz, spirit's like, go to that one, go to that one. um Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, thank you. So, Tracy, it's interesting. I'm looking at your picture there, and Spirit is talking to me about your icon, and they're talking about it's time for you to stop hiding. Um, So I don't know how you're going to understand this, because I know you. I mean, I would like to think that I know you pretty well, but they're talking to me about you hiding in a closet, and I'm like, tell her to stop hiding in a closet. I'm like, what do you mean she doesn't hide in the closet? People know, and they're like, no, she's hiding in the closet. So they're talking to me about hiding in the closet. Why are you talking to me about that? Um, they're just talking to me about experiencing life and experiencing things, experiencing the happiness that life has to offer. And they're talking about you're just staying inside and hidden away from everything, and that you're starting to feel very disconnected. And they said that they don't want you to feel disconnected. Um, And they're like, tell her to go outside and go to a park or something. And I said to them, I'm like, she where she lives, right? There's snow everywhere. How do you go out in that? But they're talking to me about you. They're talking to me about you going past the fence in your backyard. I don't know why. I'm just telling you, they're talking to me about you going past the fence in your backyard and that it's a good place for you to be. So, blessings to you. I hope you understand that because I'm not real sure. But, mwah, I love you. Okay. All right, Sheriel. So Sheriel says, if you can, I'd like to have a message because I have several decisions that I can do, but I don't know what way to go. So, well, it's so I'm just looking down at the comments. So the guy that you guys are seeing to my right, that would be my guide. When I do readings for other people, their people don't stand back here behind me. They know better. So what you're catching is my guide. So Sheriel, what I want to tell you is your sister is here, like loud in my ear. Because I went to scroll and I'm like, well, I don't know. Am I supposed to give a message to Sheriel? And her sister's like, yeah, you better. So she's not giving me a choice. Your sister is coming in, and literally all I can hear is justice will be served. I don't know how you understand that. I'm just telling you, she's saying justice will be served and it will be done. And so I said to her, I'm like, listen, she wants to talk about, she has decisions to make. And she goes, listen, nothing is more important than me. So I hope that you understand that. I just realized my microphone was like really far away from my voice. So hopefully you guys could hear me okay. And she's just talking about, me. She says, I'm more important than anybody. So, and she says that was the message that you needed to hear. So blessings to you. Mwah. Love you. I hope you resonate with that. She's cracking me up, that one. I'm just scrolling. So Denabi, I actually hear that I'm supposed to give you a message, and I think you had asked for one. So can you just pop in there and let me know that you're still here? So Denabi and then Tammy. Denabi, are you still there, my darling? It's this wonderful 30 to 45-second delay with all of this video stuff. So it's okay. I'll go on to Tammy, and if Denabi's there, I'll catch Denabi right after Tammy. Okay, so Tammy Argood Rogers. It's interesting. As soon as I popped your name up here, I see a golf course. Like, I don't know why I would see a golf course, but I want to talk about a golf course. And I want to talk about a gentleman on a golf course. And he is and it's interesting. Like, I know people who are avid golfers. So he's showing me that when he takes his glove off of his hand, it's white because there's no tan on it. Because there's something about, when you wear a glove and you're playing golf. So this is a gentleman who loved to play golf and loved to be outside. And it's interesting. Like, I feel like he is fearsome towards other people, but that he's not towards me. And I feel like this could be so show me. All right, sir. So if Tammy's energy is here, tell me where you are. This is a grandpa. This very much feels like a grandfather. And if your grandfather didn't, or a great grandfather, and he's just talking about how much he loves you and how much he enjoys being around you. And I don't know how you would understand this, but he's talking to me about you need to clean up the inside of your car. Because I said to him, I'm like, I need you to give me something until that you've been around her. He goes, tell her she needs to clean out her car. Oh my goodness. But he says he wants you to know that he is around you all the time. And he says that he absolutely loves you. And he really hopes that that you can feel him when you're driving in the car. So blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. Okay. And so Tammy Denaby, I know Denaby is here. I saw her. Denaby, where are you, my darling? I saw your name. Okay. Denaby, I'm putting you up here just so I can get your energy, my darling. It's interesting. I have my hands like this. Why do I have my hands like this? So I have my hands like this because I'm contemplating, right? And for me, when I contemplate and I'm trying to think about things, I rock. I do this all the time. And so this is what I'm talking about. It's this I feel like there's just a lot happening right now for me. And of course it's not me, it's for you, because I'm in your energy. So there's a lot happening, and I feel like I have some decisions that I need to make, but I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by them. I'm not real I don't want to here's what I want to say. I'm not as bubbly as I would like to be. And Spirit is talking about you have this great bubbly personality and you're not feeling as bubbly as you normally do. And they're saying that everything can be a little overwhelming right now for you. Now, mind you, I want to tell you that I know almost zero about astrology, but they're talking about there's something in your astrology chart, because I see an astrology chart and I'm like, y'all know that I'm lost with that stuff. And they said that the timing in your chart right now, and again, I don't know anything about astrology, so I feel kind of bad, not bad, but I don't feel qualified to tell you like with accuracy, but Spirit is very clear saying that there's something in your chart that's going on right now that you just need to get through. And I'm like, you guys are giving me this information and I don't know jack about astrology. And they're showing me, so show me on a clock. Don't show me on a house. Show me on a clock which house this is in. I hear the word 6, something about your 6th house. I don't know astrology, so I hope you understand this stuff. They're talking to me about there's something in your 6th house. And they said that you're going to get through it. I literally feel ridiculous doing this because I know zero. Denavy's laughing, so I'm glad that you understand this because I am so clueless. And they're just saying that this too shall pass, and that something about Mercury. Something about, oh, because Mercury's in retrograde. Duh. I'm like, what? What are you talking to me about Mercury? I don't know anything about Mercury. They're like Mercury. But I also feel like this has something to do with masculine energy. Um, with masculine energy being a little overpowering, and because Mercury is in retrograde, it's kind of making it worse than it needs to be. And so they're just saying for you to find your um inner calm. And what I hear is I hear water running. So it's as if I'm sitting near the ocean, or if I hear like trickling water, you know, those things that you can buy at like Home Depot where they have this little fountain and the water trickles down. They're talking about just this sitting around water, right? Because it's feminine energy, you know, the element of water is feminine. And so that you can kind of rebalance yourself because you're around all this masculine and you're like, well, where's all my femininity? And so they're talking about you just missing that femininity, and for you to just check in with that and to sit with the water and just allow it to wrap itself around you with so much love and compassion, because they're talking about you really just needing a hug and some self-assuredness right now. So I hope that you resonate with that. I absolutely adore you. I love Yemaya. I love her. Love her. Okay, I'm going to do one more because it's almost 6 o'clock. I don't want to go past 6. Okay. Katie Kessler. um, Interestingly enough, Katie, when I step into your energy and I ask the spirits if there's something that you need to know, I feel like I'm at a funeral, and I am mourning the loss of the person who is in front of me in the casket. And it's this feeling of overwhelm for how am I going to move forward? How am I going to be able to get through this? And spirit just wants you to know, they're talking to me about this saying that I bought for my daughter to put on the wall. Oh, what does it say? How do I remember how it goes? It is, you are stronger than you think you are. It's a whole saying and I can't remember what it is, but I literally feel like it's on, because it was on my daughter's wall. And so it's talking about just you being stronger and more intelligent and more loved than you've ever even realized. And this actually feels to me like a young gentleman. I want to talk about somebody who is I want to say late teens, early 20s for you, Katie. And I don't know if you resonate with this or if you know who this person is, but they just want you to know that they're around you and that they are with you, loving and supporting you, and want you to know that life can be normal. Life can be different, that you have choices that you get to make. And they just want you to know that you're starting to make the right choices, that you know what you're supposed to do. And so blessings to you. I hope you resonate with that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for hopping on here with me for the last hour. This has been longer than I thought I was going to go, but this has been so much fun. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody. I truly appreciate you being here and hanging out with me for a little while. This is just a lot of fun for me. I love being able to give messages really quick, boom, boom, boom. One of the things I do plan on doing is I'm going to start doing these as paid events as well. I'll probably do this once a month, and then I'm going to do some paid events so that they're smaller. So I'm going to get it so that hopefully everybody who comes into the event will get messages just like this where I will pull in a spirit and deliver messages. And I'm going to call them Beyond the Veil as well. And so just look for those to be posted on my Facebook page. And of course, as a shameless plug, my deck, Balancing the Feminine, is for sale in my Etsy shop, Maria Leggett Unveiled. And it has 6 mini decks within. And so it has the talking about balance, and it has the directions, and it has the female archetypes, and each one of them are its own little mini deck. And it also has the chakras, and it has the months of the year for timing, and it also has all of the moon phases in it. And so, I mean, it's a great deck. I absolutely love it. Feedback coming through has been fantastic. And I am just so grateful for all the people who have bought my deck and are leaving me such wonderful positivity. I am so happy, so happy. And there is another deck being developed. So look for that one to come in a couple of months. So blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a fabulous, fabulous evening.